Last week, I read a letter in reference to some ministers who stated that they were no longer going to support President Obama in reference to his stand in reference to marriage equality. I talked with a variety of ministers telling them how important 2012 was, and saying that, it's very important not to have selective outrage, that you're outraged on this position, but you didn't say anything about Trayvon Martin. You didn't say anything about health care. You didn't say anything about the voter ID laws. You didn't say anything about our seniors who cannot receive the necessary drugs at an affordable price. You didn't say anything about those issues. So don't have selective outrage or become an activist overnight and you kept your mouth shut for the last 30 years. Don't have selective outrage. Make sure that your outrage is consistent. And I want to share with you, because as a result of that, and many other ministers, my father and I, we've been talking with a variety of other people, just saying that it's so important. 2012 is so very important. You can vote however you want to vote. I'm not telling you how to vote, but I believe that we have some clear choices. I believe that we have some very clear choices in 2012. Not telling you how you should vote. But as a result of not only the letter, it went viral on the internet. Over 127 countries now have witnessed that. Over 100,000 people have witnessed that. But also what has been very interesting, as a result of the conversations, sending the letter and communicating with people in love, several groups of ministers of a younger generation have stood up and said that we have to make sure that we get out the vote in 2012. The black church helped put the president in this position, but we cannot have it hanging around the neck of the black church that you were to unseat the first African-American president. And so this is very important. Vote however you want to vote, but I'm saying that it's important for us to vote. And as a result of that, several organizations have now said that we want to make sure that we get out the vote to drown out the voices that are saying, don't vote. I don't care, it's important for us, for us to vote, but to stand up in a pulpit and tell your congregation not to vote is a sin. After all we have gone through as a community, to tell your congregation not to vote is absolutely ridiculous. People have fought and died for the right to vote. So you pull that lever in November, you vote your conscience, but do not tell anyone not to vote. My own grandfather never had the opportunity to vote. He went from poll to poll, and they would ask him questions, how many bubbles in a bar of soap? If you can tell me, you can vote. He couldn't answer the questions, and then was sent to the next poll, and they said, you know what? We don't have the right documentation. He never could vote. Every time I vote, I pull that lever for my grandfather because he did not have the opportunity, and I will not allow some ignorant preacher to tell us that we should not vote. And so make sure you vote in 2012. It is your right, and somebody fought and died for that opportunity for you to vote. Don't act like you did it on your own. You stand on the shoulders of those who died for this opportunity for you to be able to vote. Do not fall for the okie doke in the 2012. Do not allow a wedge issue to keep you away from the polls. And so you can share it, put it on Facebook. I said it, I stand by it. Thank you very much. Peace. It's time that we stand up for our community.